Let me gather myself, man.
These is chocolate brothers from another mother. Hey, yo, this brother that's sick.
Allow me to collect myself, man these chocolate siblings, another mother. Hello yo, this sibling that gave me so much love. And each record I appreciate, you understand what I'm talking about we ate. We going to get you and your little canine. As well, and congrats youthful Miami. Run as quick as Cassie did, some of the time I get the desire to answer them. And I answer in an extremely tasteful, cherishing way. A few big names have approached to share their shocking encounters, including, in all honesty, music mogul Shan Diddy Brushes, while Diddy has constructed a realm in the music and amusement world. These records shed light on a side of him that many knew nothing about. You will have a hard time believing what went down in a new meeting with a child. He spilled some stunning insights regarding his encounters at Diddy's scandalous gatherings. We've all heard reports about the obscure stuff that happens in secret at these social occasions where Diddy likes to assemble as close as buddies for some wild fun. Yet the child is pulling back the shade on this dim part of his life, locking people, since this is one wild ride. I just left Diddy Den, you understand what I imply. That ain't my most memorable time. Being there, a sibling welcomed me there before I ate with him, perhaps like a month prior, a little under a month prior. And yet, I had left the studio, you understand what I mean, the previous morning I left the studio. With counterbalancing them at like 7 o'clock, in the first part of the day, the sun was at that point up, I had hit him just to. __. With him you understand what I mean, just to pass the energy to and fro. I generally end up roused, you understand what I mean, and with elevated spirits each time I converse with elder sibling. So I just called him each time I call him. He get as well, so I FaceTime him. He got you realize I mean and he like better believe it. __. You realize I got to see you realize I'm similar to Oak wagered. He like a pull up on me later, what you got rolling on later on. So the head servant pouring me like champagne or he in an a meat. And afterward, when I come in you realize he acquainted me, you know, with every individual who in the room, you understand what I mean. We should rewind to an insane night at Diddy's place. In 2020, as the child described in his meeting, the unease in his voice was intense, indicating insider facts. He could have seen that he would like to keep stowed away. Might it at any point be that the child coincidentally found something he shouldn't have? See how about we dig into the subtleties of that portentous night. It was a rich soiree at Diddy Rambling House, with Beyonce and Jay-Z nonchalantly blending in a similar space. A scene fitting the height of music eminence like Diddy and Sovereign Honeybee. It embodied the lavish Hollywood gatherings one would expect, packed with VIPs. And shocking visitors, the exemplification of excitement anyway. As the night advanced, the crowd started to disseminate, and an unforeseen shift happened what unfurled that left one honorable man so terrified and bothered. And he put me in a mother choco, you get what I'm talking about, which is you realize, I presumably merit it, you understand what I mean, And we promptly, you realize we go out back, and he's meted down, and having a genuine article, you know, discussion with me. And you know all through the discussion you realize a ton of genuine article was always covered, man, a ton of genuine article ground was covered. And to spare the nitty-gritty details, the child described the party's environment at first charming, until Diddy started infringing on his own space. It wasn't simply unseemly comments, things took a turn for the awkward the child portrayed. How Diddy even went similarly, as putting his arm around him, his uneasiness unmistakable as he uncovered these occurrences. Envision yourself blending at a captivating party, hobnobbing with forces to be reckoned with like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Unexpectedly, the air takes an awkward turn on the off chance that I were a hopeful craftsman. Exploring such circumstances would be overwhelming. And that is unequivocally the quandary confronting him too, particularly in the midst of the twirling claims, encompassing Diddy's lead towards maturing gifts. He inclines toward the shadows of Cassie's turbulent relationship with Diddy. as uncovered in her claim describing nerve-wracking encounters, pose a potential threat over the scene. Let me collect myself, these chocolate siblings, mother Hio, hello yo this sibling that gave me such a lot of adoration, and each record, I appreciate the mind, blowing to permit me to make it up out of circumstances that the greater part could never get then still the child compared the climate to an unexpected shift from party happiness to a baffling state with just an inadequate social occasion staying in the room. He alluded to the party's underlying loftiness, which progressively dwindled as the night advance hypothesis emerged that Diddy coordinated the mass migration, abandoning a limited handful, among them conspicuous figures like Jay-Z and Beyoncé. What unfurled behind the shut entryways of Diddy's chateau remains covered in secret anyway. The child's shudder voice proposes that whatever unfolded could never have been promising, here's the scoop Diddy cozying up to the child, is precisely for any of us watching the music scene. Diddy has a history of drawing near to up-and-coming specialists throughout the long term. He's tutored numerous effective people like Justin Bieber and Usher. What went down in the background during these mentorships stays a secret, yet fans are humming with theory. Recollect what Usher alluded to in regards to Diddy's flavor. Camp presently during the meeting, Howard Harsh even questioned Usher about the chance of sending his child to a camp zeroed in on garish ways of life. Yet it wasn't startling when Usher denied considering such a choice, given his position on presenting his kids to that sort of way of life. Yet I couldn't say whether could enjoy comprehend what I was in any event. Seeing it was wild, it was so no one attempted to you realize some lady didn't go along Sayoka. What I said is that there were exceptionally inquisitive things occurring, and I didn't be guaranteed to comprehend it a Biggie Smalls. Was there Lil Kim Craig Mack. This multitude of individuals are staying nearby better believe it man throughout the spending years. Diddy has displayed a natural example in his mentorship of youthful craftsmen, frequently towing the line of closeness with them, and the child seems, by all accounts, to be the freshest expansion to this pattern when the child transparently communicated distress. At a new party, large numbers of us wound up recognizing this example. After all, Shakams has a set of experiences, and the child's experience appears to fit conveniently into it. Curtis 50 Penny Jackson, an unmistakable rapper and fruitful business visionary, has additionally been vocal about his conflicts with Diddy in regards to obscure practices inside the music business. While 50 Penny and Diddy have never been entangled in a profoundly broadcasted fight, there have been occasions where 50 Cent has communicated his misgivings about Diddy's way to deal with business and impact in the hip-hop local area. It continues little Fr Heap in different meetings and virtual entertainment posts. 50 Penny has reprimanded Diddy for what he sees as shifty strategic policies. He has scrutinized Diddy's thought processes and has periodically blamed him for focusing on private edition over the government assistance of craftsmen and the trustworthiness of the hip bounce type. While their conflicts appear to be established in business contrasts, as opposed to individual enmity, 50 Penny's remarks feature his interests about the more extensive elements and difficulties inside the music business, unusual like that out there, for not a glaringly obvious explanation. You witness me like kissing that doesn't unintentionally. You understand what I'm talking about. Comparably Puma Wright, an acclaimed soul and R&B artist, known for her strong voice and authentic disposition, has been blunt about her reactions of Sean Diddy brushes. And the more extensive music industry, dissimilar to like 50 Penny, Panther Ree's remarks, have been more centered around the supposed abuse and abusive specialists inside the business. And she has sometimes referred to Diddy in her evaluates. Wright has shared different tales and individual encounters to reveal insight into what she sees as the hazier parts of the music business. She has spoken about seeing craftsmen being made the most of, exposed to uncalled for agreements, and encountering profound and mental pain. Because of the tensions and requests of the business, she has referenced him with regards to examining the Challen looked by craftsmen under the flow business structure. Yet when you think about Kim, I was pondering internally a day or two ago, Uptown Records began with 5 individuals.